Yeah. So, just want to do a recap of my day, and then do a movie review of Fight Club. And it's like, yes, I could wait until the morning time, but it's why put off tomorrow what you can do today? So, thankfully though, of course, if I came up here, got a cigar. So, welcome to another episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. I'm your chief, Gihareh. We live a Kim Down in the spiritual band. It's because we take our abundance, we don't ask for us and rightfully ours. And I got a Leaf by Oscar Sumatra. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this John unwind and tell you about my day. And oh yeah, you just saw Bailey. She back. There she go. She with me. Got my dog Bailey with me. So it was like, if I didn't have this urge and this follow through, then I wouldn't be able to have cigar talk right now. So I gotta tell you about how we got to today. Told you if I don't do nothing, Bailey gonna bring me a daggone stick. She gonna find a random stick to play with and she gonna bring it to me. Okay, so after I got off the live this morning, I went just looking for some extra change, and I was able to figure out I had like $1. I was able to come up with $1, some change. So I went to Dollar Tree. So went to the Dollar Tree. Let me take it back. Before I went to the Dollar Tree, I stopped at the patio to see what they was talking about. I left my information there. Told dude hit me up so I can do a live, I'm trying to perform. I'm trying to do a performance. So I told dude hit me up over there. Then I went to the Dollar Tree. After the Dollar Tree, look, I walked to the library, just saved me a sip. Got this last little bit of apple juice. So I'm gonna make this last. Throughout the episode. Gotta take a sip. So, walked to the Dollar Tree. And then after I walked to the Dollar Tree, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep on walking. So, kept walking. And then I went to the dog place. Now, it was interesting. The conversation I had at the dog place was interesting. And so he asked me questions. Turns out he's a life coach. Now, what got me excited from the conversation, he was saying, I pay somebody to do, to write poetry. He was like, I got a ghostwriter. I got somebody who does poetry. I got somebody who does this and does that. I'm like, everything he was saying, I was like, I do all that. Like I said, I do all of that. The crazy part, I was like, he says he has somebody to do poetry. He got somebody doing, was it poetry? He said he got somebody doing ghostwriting. He got another person who does video editing. And he got another person, he was just saying he got all these people. He's like, I got everybody for all this. But I was like, you know what? Everything you just said, I do. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to sign up for that. So this morning I signed up for tutoring, but now I'm going to sign up for Fiverr and Upworks. I think that's what he told me. Is either Upwork or Upsell. I think it's Upwork. But Upwork, owns Fiverr. So I'm going to go on Fiverr, and I'm about to be a ghostwriter. I'm going to be a ghostwriter and an editor. Because that same thing happened when I went to the cigar place. When I went to the patio, the lady was like, I might have you do some stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, not only that, I met somebody else today, and they said the same thing. So I was like, yeah, I'm about to just start charging people to edit their footage. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I have an awesome view. And I just make this stuff look good. So, and I be having fun doing it anyway. So, that was all cool. That was cool. So, conversation from there, that motivated me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get on Fiverr. And I'm going to make that joint work. Let's go ahead and get this cut. let me not cut so much off. I was on one of my videos, dude was like, you don't gotta cut that much off. I said, I know, damn, bro, like, chill, I be wanting to smoke that much too. I ain't trying to lose no smoke time. Now, so I'm talking to the dude from the dog training place, and I don't want to give away his ideas, so I ain't gonna whatchamacallit. But he told me some dope stuff, and I really resonated with it, because he also, Billy, come here, man. So he works with veterans, and he talks about, you know, living with ADHD, not ADHD, but anxiety, depression, paranoia and stuff, and PTSD. So he has some dope analogies that he was talking to me about that. Yeah. So I go from the dog training place, and then I went to the cigar shop. Now, I don't got no money. I had 97 cents. But I said, I'm gonna just go, I'm gonna just chill, I'm gonna just catch it, be honest, I'm gonna enjoy the conversation, I'm gonna just kick it. So I'm there kicking it. First dude, he's like, everybody out in the back. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm going out to the back, kick it with everybody. First I'm sitting on the ground, dude gave me some candy. I'm like, all right, bet, you know what I'm saying, thank you. Then, move around. Then I started having a conversation with this other dude. So, chatting with him, and then people get hungry, so like, oh, order some pizza. So he's like, all right, boom. I said, I'll go get it. Now, they think I got a car, but I'm like, yeah, I'm about to walk over there. They're like, you about to walk over there? And so, but dude sent me, so this is how the joint works. This is why we're at Cigar Talk. This is how we got Cigar Talk today. So, dude, he like, yeah, go get some pizza. And I'm supposed to go, we want to go get the pizza. And so he cashed at me to go get the pizza. So I started walking, and then dude was like, yo, by the time you get back with that pizza, it's gonna be cold. But he had already cashed at me the money to get the pizza. So I'm walking, and then he like, beep, beep. I'm like, damn, bro, I was about to go, you know what I'm saying? I'm already, you know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, but he's just impatient. You gotta go over there. So he scooped me up. We go get the pizza. He dropped me off in front of the joint. I get the pizza, and then the pizza like $15 and change. He cashed at me 40. So I'm saying here like, I had the receipt. I said, I can send you the change back. He was like, nah, I'm here. My motto is aspire to inspire. You keep the change. You know what the fuck I'm gonna do with the money. I got another fucking cigar, and I got some more tobacco. So it's more visuals. So he let me keep the change from the pizza. What's up, Grayson? What's up, Grayson? He let me keep the change from the pizza. So I said, listen, bro, you know I'm about to do with this money. Thank you for voting on the poll. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for tapping and tuning in. So I said, I'm gonna get some more tobacco, and I'm gonna get some cigars. So got a cigar, and I got some tobacco. And that was my day. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got here. So after that, now I'm walking, right? It take like 2 hours to walk over there. So that's another reason I had to take 2 hours to get back. Yeah, I remember you. You live on the other side. Like, you live in Colorado, right? You live in Colorado, and I think when I checked out your IG page, I think you had a positive message about, you know what I'm saying, making 2024 a great year. Like, what story do we want to tell 2024? How do you want it to go down? How do you want to remember it? So I definitely remember you. But you didn't send me a time frame as to like what's a good time. 'Cause I know you said you work at the bowling alley, but I gotta be able to know what time you're gonna be available so that we can go live on YouTube to have our cigar talk session. So that's how I got to today. So he sponsored the joint. He let me keep the change. I got some tobacco and cigar. So I'm very grateful and thankful and about that. So it's like, if I didn't go for a walk today, I would never had a conversation with him, and I would have never been able to get a cigar. Now, other parts about my day, because, you know, I said I was sitting in a cigar lounge. Bro, I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I'm kind. I'm loving. I'm genuine. I'm generous. I'm strong. I'm whole. I'm confident. I'm all of that. How are you? How are you? Here's some knowledge I picked up today. So, emotion is God's language. He said, here are the universal languages. He said, happiness, sadness, laughter, and crying. Those are the languages of God. And he said, if you walking and, not if you walking, but let's say you see your mother dead laying there on the ground. You have no words. That's sadness. He said, you're either going to cry or cry out. And so happiness, sadness, laughter, crying, those are the true language of God. Emotion is God's language. He said, you can be at something, and he said, let's say your legs buckle up and you can't walk no more. Who you gonna cry out to? You say, oh my God, my leg, I can't. He said, that's God showing up. He said, who do you know that's more loyal than God? He said, don't answer that. Just answer. So what you doing right now? It's very dark. Sorry. Yeah, I'm at the library. Bailey! Come here, man. Come here. Bailey! Come here. I'm chilling with my dog Bailey. I'm trying to get her to come here real quick. Thank you for tapping in and tuning in. Thank you for tapping in and tuning in. Bailey! Thank you for tapping in and tuning in. So, he said, to be absent from the body is to be in the presence of God. Now, I didn't ask him this, I didn't say this to him, but I've heard that also that, you know, where do you go when you dream, right? That's something to think about. And that's something that, like, I've kind of thought about it, but it's like, you notice, like, let's say you're sick, right? Let's say you're coughing, sneezing, whatever it is. You don't be doing all that shit when you sleep. That's a very cute dog, by the way. Bailey! Bailey! Come here, man. Sit. They said you're cute, babe. Baby. Said you cute, man. Said you cute, man. She said thank you. She said thank you. So, when you go to sleep, right? Let's say whatever you're going through, you don't feel anything when you're asleep. You don't, like when you're asleep, let's say you're sick, you don't feel it when you're asleep. You don't be coughing and sneezing, doing all this stuff, and it's like, or if you got a headache, you go to sleep, you don't have a headache no more. Like during that time you have a headache. So it's like, so when he said this, that when you're absent from the body is to be in the presence of God, I thought about that. But that was a very good question. Where do you go when you go to sleep? Because they, you know, they still don't know, they still don't understand dreams. He said, God is ever present. You start choking, you go, calling out for who? Oh my God. Just some other little stuff for today. All right. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed night. Some other stuff, just some other little sayings. He said, I'm square as a pool table and twice as green. Now, one of the most scariest questions, depending on where you're at, but in Cali, he said a scary question is, somebody asks you where you from. Somebody asks you where you from in Cali, you know some shit about to go down. But he said a Compton ass can get whooped like a Georgia ass. It don't matter where you at, you get your ass whooped. So, and then the last thing he hit me with was a verse, right? Now this verse was tricky. It said, here's what's more bitter than death. Now, it's in the Bible, it's just a verse. It said, this is the New International Version. I find more bitter than death the woman who is a snare, whose heart is a trap, and whose hands are chains. The man who pleases God will escape her, but the sinner, she will ensnare. I said, bitch, I'm glad I got the fuck out. I'm glad I got the fuck away. Sometimes, you can feel trapped in a relationship, like, oh shit. And then once you get a way out, and it's not even like a way out in the sense of they just fuck up. Like, even because you're not gonna do some shit that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, to make shit go sideways, but they gonna fuck up. And once you get your fucking way out, you're like, oh fuck. And it'd be bad depending on how bad is it. But you be wanting to get out of a certain relationship and they can just fuck up so bad. You would hope that it's a nice conversation like, yo, this shit ain't going right, and I think that we should just part ways. You be wanting it to be something, you know what I'm saying, civil, calm like that. But niggas just be cheating and shit. Niggas just be starting arguments and shit. So that's how y'all end up splitting. But now when the other dude read it, he said that the woman is appeasing to God, but she knows that you can be manipulated. So, just something to think about. Now, is there any other information for today? That was that, and then, so all of that happened for today, and then on my way back from, I'm on a 2-hour walk, so I got a freestyle. So here's my freestyle for today. I said, you still hating? I keep going. You not supporting? I keep going. Let's keep it a buck. My success ain't luck. I'm up and I'm stuck. You stuck like a sitting duck. I'm giving you the cold shoulder, hitting like a hockey puck. My shit good, your shit suck. I make trends and waves on social media like Mark Zuck. That's my freestyle for today. That's my freestyle. Kick it. Now, the movie I watched last night, because I be on my acting shit, but I be trying to reenact certain scenes, but I'm not reenacting shit from daggone Fight Club, bro. But I just want to talk about Fight Club. Because it's some actual, it got some stuff. Now, I don't think I got threads up here, but I'll have to go to my threads account to figure out some, they had some quotes in there too. But, Fight Club. Now, the thing about Fight Club is when you think about it, when you look at it, he has a decent life. Even he'll sit there and tell you that all he does is look through magazines and he says, I want this, and he has it. Everything he wants, he has in his house. So he designed his whole house up. He has a condo in New York. He's living good. He works for a car corporation. And now his thing with the car corporation is, even his job at the car corporation is good. It's on some shit like, he gets to fly out whenever. Oh, so the thing is though, it's whenever there's a car incident, a car crash, right? So he goes to certain incidents and car crashes and sites, and basically his thing is to say that it wasn't it's not the car's fault. Like, they got faulty cars, but his thing is to show the numbers in such a way so that it's not that, right? And so he has a regular mundane job. Oh, he also suffers from insomnia. And so he's working his desk job or whatever, and at some point he's talking about, you know, his emotional stability. And he Bailey, come here, man. He's talking about his emotional stability. And so I think when his boss was like, yo, or if it wasn't his boss, it was somebody that was like, yo, if you want to see some sad shit, he like, you ain't nothing wrong with you, bro. He like, you want to see something sad? Go down to this place at this time or whatever. So he goes, and it's a support group. Now, I think what actually was, it's men who they don't have their balls anymore. So they have like an influx of estrogen, not enough testosterone. So they kind of more feminine. I think they have testicular cancer or something. So he's going to this support group. And so they break out into these like little groups, not little groups, it's like partner up. And it's the big guy with, you know what I'm saying? Hugs him. And so that's Bob. So he goes to the support group. Bob hugs him. Now he's hugging, it's this big man with, you know what I'm saying, boom. And he's laying, and Bob hugs him in this and the third. And he immediately not immediately, but he starts crying. And it felt so good to him to just cry. So the thing is about it though, he gets addicted to the support groups. Mind you, he does not have testicular cancer. He still has his balls. The men at this group therapy do not, but they don't know that. And so he starts going to multiple group therapy sessions. I'm talking people who are suffering from just different things, right? And he was like, when he goes there, they're always gonna have this little crying session, and he's like, as long as you don't say anything, they just assume that you're going through something, and then they're just trying to console you. And so he likes it. So his boring, mundane job, but now he's going to these group therapy sessions every night, and they're different ones. And I just can't remember what they're all about. But he goes to these different group therapy sessions, like not alcohol anonymous, but they're just therapy sessions. And so he goes to all of them, one every day of the week. And nothing's wrong with him, but he just goes there, cries it out, and da-da-da. Now, what he starts to notice is another girl is doing the same thing. She's going to the therapy sessions too. And it's kind of like alarming to him, because he's like, I go to this session, and this session. And he's like, yo, I've been seeing you at all the sessions. You're a poser. He's like, nothing's wrong with you. And so like, even with the one that has, like, with the men who don't have balls anymore, she was like, one thing we have in common, we don't have our balls. He's like, oh, really? And because, you know, she's a woman, right? And so he's like, but you still do. And so, but that's how him and her connect. Both of them go to different therapy sessions, and nothing is wrong with them. Now, she is just more like of a, I don't know what she is, but you know, she do drugs. She smokes cigarettes, and she does whatever. But she be going to the group therapy sessions too. So he be hating on her, and he be mad about that. But so they keep going. Now, remember, his job allows him to travel, and when he's traveling, he always meets people on the plane. And so one day he meets one guy on the plane, and he's like, yo, you're the most interesting person I ever met. And so, this is how the movie turned up. This is how the movie starts fire. So they're on the plane, he meets the one guy, and he's like, yo, you're probably one of the most interesting people I ever met. And the guy's like, he said, what do you do for a living? He's like, I make soap, right? And he started telling him, like, you know, you can make a bomb out of, you know, household products, you know what I'm saying? So he started talking to him, he's like, yo, you're probably one of the interesting people I've ever met. Now, when he gets off the plane, he goes home. But when he gets home, shit's on fire. And so he looks up, and his condo is on fire, and so he ends up calling the guy that he just met on the plane. Mind you, he called him from a payphone. So the shit was kind of weird because, you know, people can't relate to that now because we don't have payphones anymore. But he calls the guy from the payphone. Guy doesn't answer. Next thing you know, he's like, all right, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He just met him on the plane. Then the payphone rings. So the payphone rings, and he picks it back up, and he's like, hello? And the guy was like, yeah, I don't answer my phone for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I star 67'd it. And so he meets back up with the guy from the airplane. They go to the bar to get a drink. Here's where it turns up again. So they're in the bar, they're talking, and the guy says, they get out the bar, and the guy says, hit me. He's like, what? He said, hit me. He's like, that's, you know, what you want? Where? He said, I don't, anywhere, surprise me. He gives him the most awkward, random punch. He hits him in the side of his ear. He's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So they keep going, but then they start fighting. And so they start fighting and shit. And then at the end but that fight breaks something in him. And at the end of that fight, he was like, bro, after all of this shit, he's like, you called me because you don't have a place to stay. Are you going to ask me for a place? Are you going to ask you? He's like, after all, you still can't ask me. He's like, all right, well, can I stay with you? He's like, yeah, come on, fuck. You know what I'm saying? So they go back to his place. Now, when they get to his place, he stays, it's almost like he's squatting. And so squatting is if you found like an abandoned house and you just stay there. So, but this shit is so fucking run down. It's like the water come out brown. He was like, if you cut, I'm not even sure if electricity working there. He was like, if you cut this one thing on, then something else go off. Like, it's a bad house, right? It's a bad house. So he started staying with him. His name is Tyler Durden. And so Tyler has a wealth of random information and knowledge, right? So that's why he just thinks he's so interesting. Now, the movie keep going, and so from there, when they go back to that same bar, at some point, I'm trying to remember how John go. They go downstairs into the basement. And this is when it really starts to, you know, catch traction. Oh, because they kept going to the bar and they kept getting into fights outside the bar. You know what I'm saying? They're happily fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? And then people started watching. So people watching them fight after the bar every night. Where the phone calling at? So people watching them fight every night. After a while, now that they built this big crowd, then at one point, they go downstairs into the basement of the bar. And so it's like, the bar will close, and then certain people stay back and they go downstairs. That's when they start Fight Club. Now, first rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. Second rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. It was funny because at some point, he's like, yeah, we got a lot of new faces in here. You know what the fuck that means? Y'all been breaking the first rule of Fight Club. So, anyway, the movie keep going. Then they start having the fights in the basement of the joint. And so, one of the things that I thought was cool was their homework assignment. That's what I posted on one of the shorts. He was like, all right, this is y'all homework assignment. Oh, this is right after the owner of the bar was like, what are y'all doing down here? Y'all can't come down here. This is my establishment. This is my place on the third. And so the owner beats up Tyler, right? He punching Tyler in the face. He beat up Tyler crazy. And then Tyler get up, and once Tyler's bleeding, Tyler starts spitting his blood on him and saying all this other stuff. He's like, yo, y'all can use the downstairs basement. That's when they get their first homework assignment. Now he says their first homework assignment is to fight a random person on the street. Their first homework assignment is to fight a random person on the street. And he said, you know how hard that is to fight a random person? Most people would do anything they can do to avoid confrontation and conflict. And so just watching this movie will put a lot of ideas in your head. And I'm not sure this is a movie, you know what I'm saying, people should be watching. Because it's like, I'm sitting here even seeing how I relate to the jump. He has this thing called Project Mayhem. And now, you know me, my merch is called Project Extinction. And the jump was just it was like, oh, it's not, he crazy, you know what I'm saying? So one of the other things was when Tyler and the girl that was going to all the support groups, I think her name was Marla. Tyler and Marla start, you know what I'm saying, having a relationship. And so the way that they relate, this is how the movie says their relationship started. So she called him, and he was like, how'd you get my number? You know what I'm saying? I don't even stay with you. So she's like, it's a call forward engine. And so she started talking about some suicidal shit. But he's like, I'm not about to get distracted by this. So he puts the phone on top of the thing, and he leaves. But what he doesn't know that when he leaves, Tyler picks up the phone and was like, and he listened to her talk. And then, you know, she's on her suicidal shit. So Tyler goes over there to get her. Next thing you know, he take her back to the house, and you know what I'm saying? They doing what they do, you know what I'm saying? And so that's how the relationship starts with her. So she coming to the house, and first thing he do when he see her in the morning, he said, what the fuck are you doing here? She like, get the fuck out my house. You know what I'm saying? And so the junk just crazy because it's like, you'll see how like it all just plays back later. So the thing about Fight Club is he started giving everybody homework assignments and like little missions and stuff. And so once they start to like really branch out and expand, people really start, you know what I'm saying, they become so warped up in Fight Club. When they move out the basement of the bar, dude's standing in front of the house. And he make them stand in front of the house for 3 days. And the 3 days, Bailey, come here, man. So within the 3 days of them not talking, like they be in the front of the house, not eating, not doing nothing. And every day he walk outside and say, get the fuck out of my house, what the fuck you still doing here? But they just stand there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a test. And so that's one thing in life, right? People keep telling you no. You be like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do this. And you be like, and people keep saying, no, don't do that. Don't do this. And you shouldn't do this. And get the fuck out of here. This is not for you and this, that, and that, right? But the one thing is with this Jane, the people, they stand there, they take all them no's, and then finally it's like, you know what? All right, come on in. You know what I'm saying? Then there's another part of the movie. They go to rob a gas station. Now, when they go to rob the gas station, the dude, he puts a gun to the dude's head. Bailey. Come here, man. Come here. Bailey. Bailey. Come here, man. Bailey. Come here. So he puts a gun to the dude's head, and he was like, what did you want to do with life? And he was like, I went to college, I studied bio, whatever. And he's like, well, what do you want to do? Because I want to be a veterinarian. But for whatever reason, he didn't do that. So, but he basically puts a gun to the dude's head, And when he says, all right, he took his wallet. He says, I know where the fuck you live at. So you need to go pursue this and this and that there, boom, boom, boom. He was like, because like, if you die, would you be happy with your life? And so there's a conversation that's within that, right? And so dude was like, why did you stick him up? Why'd you try to rob him this and that third? He was like, when he wakes up in the morning, tomorrow's gonna be the best day of his life. He's gonna drop everything and he's gonna pursue his life passion, what he really wanted to do. And he went a roundabout way of doing it, as sticking him up, putting a gun to his head and making him, forcing him to do it. But that's the thing about life though, right? That if you were to die, would you be happy with your life? And if you were not going to be happy with your life, it's like, why? And I had a conversation today. Dude said, life doesn't owe you anything. You owe life. Life was given to you. And it's like, what are you going to do with it? And that was one of my biggest things about going on my path and my journey. It was like, if I died this time last year, they'd be like, oh yeah, he was a great math teacher. But now it's like, if I die right now, it's like, yo, he was a math teacher and then he pursued art. He learned how to do this, he did that, the fashion, the podcast, he was doing like it would be all this other stuff. And it's like, if you die, would you be happy with it? And if not, it's like because it's like you don't have, like they always say that, you don't have more time, you know what I'm saying, to go live your life, to do more. So it's like, what are you doing right now with what you have? What can you do? And it's like, people have that limited mindset. And with the limited mindset, it's like, I can't do this because of that. I can't do this because of that. It's like, nobody's asking what you can do, is what can you do? How can you embrace the energy that you so want in life? And so that was one of my biggest things, just like each and every day. Like that's even how I got to today, right? I got some free cigars. And it's like, what can you do? Where can you go? Who do you have to talk to get that abundance and embrace that happiness in your life? And so there's like this double-edged sword, man. It's just so many things. Cause now dude was saying, you know, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody wanna talk about. Sacrificing so that you can live how you wanna live, right? And I told dude, I said, yo, I was teaching, bro, but I couldn't spend 10 hours of my day committed to that when I had this creative, abundant mindset. And it's like, every hour that I spend doing that, that's an hour lost towards my happiness and my creativity. And that's just one of my biggest things, man. It's like, if I spend time not happy, the more time I spend not happy, that's the more of the time I spend, you know what I'm saying? I'm losing out on it. And you only got one, right? You only got one. So it's just trying to figure out how do you really pull all this together? Now, my other part of it, my other goal and my other scheme right now. Oh, I also saw, it's a Tesla, right? It was a black Tesla. $26,000. And that's what I'm on right now, bro. Like, I don't know how, but that's what I'm trying to figure out, bro. People like, how much money could really just change your life and just set you off on a whole nother path, right? Right now, bro, it's like, I'm trying to figure out the quickest way to get to like $50,000, $30,000, because I know how to live out a car. So like for me, and that's why I told dude, I said, if I knew that they were gonna repossess my car, I would have went to another country. Like they would not have been able to find me. And so that's what I'm on now, is like, how can I just get a car just so I can up and leave and just go to another country and vanish, bro? So I just get so far away that Because it's like, if I'll get so far away that it's just, no matter what happens, I know how to live nomadically. I know how to live on my car, bro. So it's like, I was like, even if I go back to teaching, right, I will only have to teach for 5 months. And if I take all of those checks from teaching for 5 months and put it towards a car, I can have a car paid off. That's the only thing, bro. If I was to go back to teaching, I would teach for 5 months and quit. Because I would use all the checks to pay off a car. Now, once I own a car, I know exactly what the fuck to do. Once I own it, it's just about owning a car. And now I'm just trying to figure out what's the quickest ways I can get to $50,000, bro. I was like, if I sell 1,000 shirts at $50 a piece, I can get it. But when I found out the Tesla was only $26,000, I'm like, damn, bro. But it's even like with $15,000, I can get an older car. Because I'm always thinking about the Jeep Wrangler, because I can live out that shit. I know how to pack it up right. All my stuff is in bags and shit, so I know how to like stuff this shit and know how to live just like that. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, bro. Even if I was to go back to teaching, but I told the dude the only reason I'm not going back is because I'm all about progress, not regress. I did that shit, and I was like, well, what the fuck else can I do? That's why I was happy about the Fiverr shit. I'm pretty sure if I set myself up on Fiverr and I set some decent rates, I edit my own videos all the time anyway. And so all I gotta do is tell, yeah, if you want more evidence of my edits, see my YouTube. Bitch, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, just send me this much content. I'll edit like 15 to 20 minutes worth of content. I can make that into a YouTube short for you. I can make that an Instagram reel for you. I'm just a social media editor. I get paid for that shit. Set up a decent rate. And then, dude said a ghostwriter, bro. I said, what? It's too easy. It's too easy. Like in the middle of our conversation, because his shit, I ain't trying to what you call it, but his shit was puppies and dragons. So he talking to me, and in the middle of the conversation, I said, okay, how can I think of a freestyle right now to show him that I can do poetry and I can just kick it just like that? So he was like, I said, so you talking about puppies and dragons? You know how you moving slow and you just dragging and your Wi-Fi suck, so it's lagging. I'm sitting here just on the spot kicking freestyles. It's like, I can definitely be a ghostwriter, bro. And even for that, when I set up on Fiverr and say, if you want evidence of my freestyle poetry, of me just being able to just go on the top and off the random with the shit, then I got my audiobook on YouTube. I got my audiobooks up. I got everything up already. So it's just like, yeah, if you want to look at it, boom. And so that right there, even whether they book me on Fiverr or not, that's still free publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Now that's a quote from The Wolf of Wall Street. I gotta watch that over again. I need a movie review. I need to do a movie review on that. So I ain't finished Fight Club. So at the end of Fight Club, though, you come to find out that he was hallucinating, and that Tyler Durden is really him. And it's just, but Tyler is everything that he wants to be. It's that part of him. It's that part of you that you don't really get to express and show to the world. Tyler was that. And so when it said that Tyler and Marla were having, you know what I'm saying, was having sex, it was really her and Marla. But everybody calls him Tyler, and he can't even go nowhere. It's over there, man. And so Tyler was his alter ego, basically. And at the end of the jump, he couldn't outsmart himself. So Project Mayhem was about him blowing up credit card buildings so that, and it's technically a good idea, right? Because we be talking about scammers, and we be like, why don't the scammers just hack, like scammers will hack all this other shit, but why don't they hack the Department of Education and clear out everybody's student loan debt? Or how, you know what I'm saying? How don't they do something productive with all this scamming, bro? It's like, why are you scamming all the little people in the look? Like, go big or go home, right? It's like, why don't you do something productive and erase everybody's student loan debt? That's what the fuck the scammer should do. The scammer should erase everybody's student loan debt or just do productive shit. It's like, why are you scamming off other people? Like, bro, it's like, what could you be doing? Oh, so his scheme, Project Mayhem, was blowing up credit card buildings to erase people's credit card debt, which is, can you fault? That's not bad. And the other part of it, though, was, I guess the cool part was, Marla comes and she's almost like his Harley Quinn. Him and her watch everything blow up, and that's how the movie ends. And you be wanting that, right? You be wanting a woman who's going to support you in your endeavors. So we got down this much in the cigar. Now I have to make every cigar productive. So every cigar should lead to a photo shoot, a live stream, a long form video, and a live long form, a music video edit, and a photo shoot. Every cigar should last that. So this cigar, I've done a live. I was thinking about, bro, it's like, people probably ask me, like, why do you feel like you have to do this, and that? It's just like, yo, you just never, you got one life, bro. Again, why put off tomorrow what you can do today? Tomorrow never comes. Literally, right? Literally, tomorrow never comes. I started this stream at 11 something. It is now 12:02. So it's already today. There's no reason to put off anything. Why put off tomorrow what you can do today? So the only other idea I thought that I could have, now the hard part about this is I had Bailey with me and I don't have her on a leash. So, but the only like theme, like idea I had for a music video was to go to a gas station and record some footage. So I could go to a gas station, but she doesn't have a leash on. But those are the challenging parts to, you know what I'm saying? That's how I challenge myself. It's like, okay, you don't have this, that, and the third. So how are you gonna work with this? Now, we don't walk this far with her without a leash. So we just gotta walk a bit further, get there, record some footage. And so I'm gonna put this cigar out. Thank you. Put the cigar out. Now, I was able to get a cigar, and yes, sir. So you know what that means. You know what that means. We're gonna get the pipe lit. And I got more matches. know if y'all can hear the cicadas. But the other thing I was thinking about was walking to the park. It's going to be like a 2-hour walk, but what else do I have to do, right? I done talked to all these people. I done tried to, you know what I'm saying? Even at the shop, bro. Now, if I have to put on clothes, I still got some clothes I can put on. But for the most part, I don't be putting on clothes for her, so they think I dress crazy. Dude chatting to me, I'm like, yo, I could work here, this and the third, boom, boom, boom. He was like, people shop here because they want to be around me. I'm magnetic. He's like, I don't get that vibe from you. I'm like, damn. Well, in my head, I'm like, damn. I'm just, because I let people talk. I let people say whatever they want to say. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right. So then he was saying some shit like, you got to know how to read people. Like, he's saying all this other shit. So I'm listening to it. I'm listening to this shit. And I thought about that my whole way back. But I'm like, bro, what? I say all that to say that I will not be reenacting a scene from Fight Club. Here's another thing that Fight Club will teach you. He said, oxygen gets you high. He was like, what? Now my thing is, sometimes when you watching movies and TV shows and stuff, if you pay attention, some of the stuff they say is just like, I forgot to say. Today, well, yeah, oh, fuck. That was the first thing I was supposed to say when I got on the live, bro. Yesterday, technically it's yesterday, even though it's 12/11, well, it's still yesterday in certain parts of the world. In California, well, they're 3 hours behind, so it's only 9 o'clock over there. It's Albert Einstein's birthday. It's Pi Day, 3.14. It's Albert Einstein's birthday. March 14th is Albert Einstein's birthday, and it's also Pi Day, 3.14. So happy birthday, Albert Einstein. And happy Pi Day to anybody who celebrated. Well, it's technically March 15th if you live on the East Coast. But it's still his birthday on the West Coast. So it's still March 14th in California. So it's still his birthday. Oh, oxygen gets you high. He said, what? No way. But if you think about this shit, he was like, why do airplanes give you an oxygen mask? You're breathing anyway. Why would they why the fuck would they give you an oxygen mask? And he said, the oxygen gets you high. And so when you're going down, you put the oxygen mask, you start hyperventilating, you breathe in more of the oxygen, it puts you in a state of euphoria, and you accept your fate. So that was kind of cool to learn. That the planes give you an oxygen mask so that you get high, and then you accept that you're about to die. Bailey, come here. Stay away from the street, man. And so, here's the other thing too. I posted the same short, right? Just studying shit. Different music and caption. You can look at it. Now, one I titled I told you what the fuck was actually happening. Now, if I tell you actually what's happening, I was like, yeah, I was smoking in Burger King, McDonald's, and Publix, right? It's titled that. Has 7 dislikes. I posted the same shit, but this time I just put, instead of titling it that, I just used a line from whatever song I was using. Got way more likes. So, we doing some experiments here. It's experiments. Because I changed the song, I'm not sure if you don't know where is the dislikes coming from, them knowing what's happening, or are the influx of likes coming from the music? So the next, I guess, here's the experiment we have to do now. We'll see what happens. Gonna post the same video. Here's the next experiment. We're gonna post the same video, same music. Yeah, this time I got 2 ounces of vanilla cream. I know it's tobacco flavor I like. So the experiment now is to post the same video, different captions. And let's see what happens. You just gotta see what happens. But that was just something I noticed. Damn, one of my bros hit me up. It was like, yo, hit me up. I said, I can't. Because you have close connection with this person, and I don't want this person or this person to have nothing to do with me. So, you know, some people guilty by association. Video, let me see. Can't do it. I'm trying to think, bro. think I'm gonna do some more ASMR content at the park. The other part of it, like, I think I ain't even feel like, you know how sometimes I ain't even feel like looking for Bailey's leash. But it's a gas station on the road. And it's also, bruh. Oh man. You know those triggering moments and times? How the smallest things start to trigger you and it's not even like a shouldn't be nothing crazy. I remember when I didn't have my dogs were taken from me. And I had to live without them for like a month. And bro, I was so sad. And so I would take walks at night. And because I didn't have my dogs anymore, there was no reason for me to go back home. So I would just sit at the gas station, bro. I'll go to I'll eat an edible or something, go to the gas station, and just sit there and eat snacks. I was so messed up, bro. And so I might go do that. I might go to the gas station just to sit down and record a video with my dog, because there was a time that opportunity was taken from me and I couldn't do it. And now it's like I can do it. So I might just, that right there is motivation alone. Man, I gotta teach Bailey some manners, bro. That right there is motivation alone to go to the gas station with my dog. Because there was a point in time where I couldn't even take my dog to the gas station. So we'll do a music video edit like that. Now this would be a lot easier if I had a piece of chicken with me. That way, she for sure would follow me all the way. Alright, so yeah. I'm also gonna watch I Am Legend. I'm gonna watch I Am Legend. And then... Nah, I'm pretty sure I can reenact the scene from I Am Legend because I got my dog. Say, hey, babe. All I gotta do is watch the movie, see which scene is pretty dope. It's gonna be fire, bro. It just came to me too. I could, even on some, it's tough. It's tough. I could do it like this. I gotta set the camera up pretty good. And it's gonna take some editing. But definitely where possible. If just record me and Bailey, right? Record me and Bailey. Yeah, we about to go to the gas station now, bro. Record me and Bailey walking through whatever scene it is, right? Whatever scene with him and his dog. Crazy, right? I threw 1 pound cone, she didn't want that. She know the exact one that she been messing with and chewing up on. So, record me and Bailey. Now, what I can do, now if I set it up and do it the right way, it'll be easier for CapCut to remove the background, and then I can actually take a scene, or just like the setting of the picture. Nothing else gotta fucking move, right? Nothing else have to move, but so take me and Bailey, record me and Bailey walking, or whatever the scene is, right? And then take a picture of a scene from there, right? And then put me and Bailey in it as an overlay. So I can do that. We can do that. See, the thing about this, right, with the cigar pipes, is if you light it again, and I don't mind you, I don't want to mess up, because it's like, I got plenty of these, so I don't mind using one of these. But if I light these up, you just saw no smoke was coming out, right? Look. Now, if I add some flame to it, it'll light up. You never know, because you don't know if you burn through all the tobacco. You don't know if you burn through all the tobacco. So, let's just see what happens. Alright. We're gonna make this walk. And so that means, well, I uploaded a video of me and Bailey walking to the library, but I'm gonna go get some footage of us at the gas station. And that's where I'm gonna take some pictures. Yeah, so we did a live with the cigar, photo shoot, music video short, long form content. So it might not through the wrong phone? Or it's just different. I don't know. I guess you could do an ASMR at the gas station. I guess so. You could. I'm trying to make sure I got everything before I start moving. Cause that's how I lost my daggone tripod. I was looking, I was like, how did I lose this tripod? Where did I lose it at? And so I was like, in McDonald's, when I watched the video from McDonald's, I had it at McDonald's. And so I don't know if I took it out my pocket or it fell out my pocket. And then if it fell, it's embarrassing because like you didn't hear it fall nowhere. What do people vote in the poll? Somebody voted 150, somebody voted 200. This is Avatar when AIM blows this. And that's when Apple comes. Yep. Let's make sure we got everything. Got my tamper. Still got that. Got my pipe. Make sure the bag pack right. I took some more burning wood, some more cedar wood to burn. But let's make sure we got everything. Tobacco. Down pat. Drop the tamper off in there. And put the cedar wood. I don't care if the cedar wood breaks. You're just trying to burn that anyway. Damn. Let's go ahead. We got the cigar. We'll burn the rest of this at the gas station. Burn the rest of this at the gas station. And gotta make sure I got my lighter. It's my, you know what I'm saying? Got the lighter. Yeah. The lighter, that, and the cutter. Got the cutter. And I keep moving these matches around. But I am so happy, bro. Alright. Cigar talk. Cigar talk, baby. All right. Trying to figure out. Hold up. I may be able to. There's a couple quotes from I'm gonna read it on my. Matter of fact, here's one I remember. One of them I remember from Fight Club is she was like, condoms are the glass slip. She said condoms are the glass slipper of the generation. You put one on when you're going to meet a stranger. You dance all night, then you throw it away. We work a job we hate to buy things we don't need. And the other quote was, I just saw it. The last quote was, "It's only after we lose everything that we set our minds free. Once you lose everything, that's when you're free." And you know, I can even relate to that. It's just on some. If I just everything I've lost, right? It puts you in a state of, you know what? Well, if I don't have this to work for, I don't have this to maintain. All I have is me. All I have is boom. You know what I'm saying? Once you lose everything, then you are set free to do anything. So, those are some of the quotes from Fight Club. Now, I'm stalling. I'm balling. Crawling. Oh. Man. Can't wait, man. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Alright, let's work while we can, you know what I'm saying? Go to the gas station, record some visuals, do a slight little edit. Now, because what got me motivated today, listen to some old 50 Cent songs. I was on some shit like, PIMP. Now, I want to say, I want to say that for some shit when it's like, because it's like, how do you do this shit for free, right? Just embracing and embody the energy. Now, if I just smoke my cigars around nice cars, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be my car. I can just be around a nice car, smoke my cigar, get myself in a visual with that. That's just embracing the energy. Because you'll start to see me next to abundance. So, I'm just seeing myself next to it. I saw some dope cars. You know what I'm saying? And it's just walking too. So I was like, next time I'm gonna go for a nice little walk. And I'm gonna take a picture next to the cars. Well, I'm gonna do some visuals next to cars, bro. Now hopefully the alarm don't go off. And excuse me. Hopefully the alarm don't go off. So yeah. Alrighty. This has been another episode of Tangential Chat Show. I'm your chief, Gihareh. We live a Kim Dynasty in the spiritual. Dang, it's because I'm taking our bunch of ass for us and rightfully ours.